Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Martinique versus Panama in Group B of League A of the 2022 CONCACAF Nations League. Happy lazy Sunday, y'all. Yeah, no jersey today. I'm just wearing a t-shirt and shorts. It's lazy Sunday. 5 p.m. We got it going. We'll talk about the lineups as it is. A little bit late, too. We committed to the gimmick, didn't we? When the lineups show up on TUDNA, I'll say the lineups then. Should be any second now when we start. Any second now. Panama in their white. Martinique in their blue. This game will probably be over in 2 seconds, but who knows? What up, Dr. Negative? How we doing? I say Panama wins 4-0 probably. Martinique in goal, Atile. Back four, Lapis. Pololo, Riveres, Pierre Charles. Midfielders, Michelet, Maxite, Apine. The 10, Harel, strikers, Biron, and Labo. For Martinique. 4-3-1-2. About 4 days ago, these teams both played, and Panama beat the crap out of Martinique down in Panama, so seems like that'll probably be the same type of situation here. Referee is Fernando Guerrero of Mexico. The ARs are from Mexico. The fourth official from St. Kitts and Nevis. A Panamanian 11 under Thomas Christensen. In goal, Maya, the back three. Miller, Escobar, and Davis. The defensive midfielder, Anibal Godoy. Murillo, Barcenas, Martinez, and Blackburn. The attacking midfielders, Waterman and Quintero up top. It's now CONCACAF has it. All right. Let's see how this one goes. For me, I know they're away, but Panama is so much better that 4-0 for Panama. This thing's going to be over in like 5 minutes flat, probably. As I said, lazy Sunday, right? We chill. And we get what we get out of this one. Everything on Monday and Tuesday is probably going to do better than this. But hit that like button. Let's enjoy this match. Let's have some fun. That's pretty much all this is, because Panama is probably going to end this within 15 minutes. Panama's kicked off. We're off. At least it is 5 p.m. Because that's a lot better than a 9 p.m. BS match. Panama, fastest team in Central America. I agree. They're a very fast team. Costa Rica is more of a wily team, a team of wily veterans. Panama is definitely a very fast team. Except they did bottle it, so it kind of got to them. I don't know whether to say Costa Rica were just so great or Panama bottled, but I think it was probably both. It was a part of both. At the end of the octo, that second half, that Costa Rica was so great, but Panama bottled it as well. Because if Panama didn't give Costa Rica the opening, it wouldn't even have mattered in the slightest. And we'll see if Costa Rica takes advantage of that on Tuesday, and we'll be live for it. So, and reviewing it, of course. But I think Costa Rica will take advantage of it. I think they will get that last World Cup spot. I just don't see New Zealand being better. Free kick for Panama. I just don't see it. So I got to go. We're having lunch, dinner in between. We're eating at Olive Garden. Rory, if you weren't one of my best friends, I'd curse you out in Italian right now. But it probably wasn't your decision anyway to go to Olive Garden. Enjoy it. I know why you put that lull there. You know that was going to be. Can't stick around to watch the match, but just wanted to give a bit of applause for watching every single CONCACAF Nations League match. That's what I do. I just keep pushing. That's what you got to do. So thank you. Panama does too much, and it affects them when it comes to serious games. Didn't happen in 20. It wasn't your decision. Okay, so you're safe. Olive Garden, though. Was it your brother's decision or was it your parents? I mean, that could be your brother's graduation thing. I question if that was your brother's decision. I question his sanity, but but we don't have to go there. That makes sense. What did I do for my graduation? Oh, no, I just came home and watched a Champions League final in 2019. That's all I did. And ate freaking turkey sandwiches or something. Cold cut turkey sandwiches. Yeah, I didn't do. I think I celebrated like the next day. We also had a cookie cake. That was good. I probably should have done more for it, but I didn't. Panama plays it in, headed away. But it was 3 years ago, so it's in the past. Like, I'd rather watch the Champions League final than go have a big dinner, at least at that moment. I mean, Olive Garden ain't a big dinner either, but 4th minute. Martinique playing forward. They actually look good right now. I'm shocked. I mean, I know they're at home, but it's Martinique. Then again, they did score on Canada at the Gold Cup. And then we had to win, 4-1? Come back on them. They're possible they have possibilities. I mean, it's football, right? Plays forward. Still with Panama. Going for that's horrible. This is why you bottled the World Cup spot. Yes. Panama cross it. That was all right. I don't know if Panama's going to win 5-0 today. They got to get a little bit better there. Nice tackle. Nice tackle there by Miller. Rolls that ball out. That's a throw. Ayer saliste en Televisa y dijeron que por qué traías Gora Jaja saludos. You might not care, but I'm glad to have found your channel. I do care. I love hearing that. Love hear that. It means a lot. Because I don't care what people think of me. Not against you, but just like in general. I know I'm the best at talking about CONCACAF. I am. There's only a couple of people that could challenge me that I'd be like, okay, yeah, that person, listen to, it's all good. Right? But most people, nah. I mean, football in general, honestly, but she belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. Oof. But for me, you'll find somebody better. I believe in you. You'll find somebody better. That sucks. I mean, that's what college basically is for most. It's to have fun and party. Some people are just honest about it. And that's why it hurts the most. At least she was honest. At least she was honest with you. Didn't try to hide. It may hurt now, but you'll find something better. With that being said, game isn't over yet. We're already in top form of things that what I would say if this game was already over. And see, that's why I'm also awesome. You get advice and just absolute off the wall takes. So I got the Andrew Tate audience and the CONCACAF audience. Pretty much. Works for me. Throw in. And that's going to go for Martinique. Clear the ball. Oh. My head gets to it. No, goal kick. Where was I with Dr. Negative? Where was I? Much love. Bars. But where was I with Dr. Negative? It's about I'm the best. All right. When it comes to CONCACAF and football narratives, I got it. Not many people can touch me. Cross in. Header. Besides, I'm probably the most entertaining anyway, even if I am a clown to some people. We'll see. I don't think I am, but there's definitely a chance. Ellen Kotap into Cable 007 with a Toronto FC logo and Panama Hoy Mañana Obvio. Leo, Al, put your Legos away. We don't want nobody stepping on them and hurting themselves. Martinique with a corner. Cross in. Header. Falls down and cleared. I'll be here for the USA El Salvador game. Sorry, I'm doing Jamaica, Mexico. I'm doing Jamaica, Mexico. I can't do 3 games in one day. Jamaica's the move. 10th minute. At least reviewing it, but if I'm live on my channel or Ryan LFC's channel, either way. Are you trying to troll me? There we go. We'll see where I go with a live stream with it, though, like on Sunday night. We'll see what I hear. Or Monday night, sorry. It is Sunday. It is Sunday. Free kick here. Is this an Independiente fan having a Toronto logo trying to troll me? Australia, Peru, are you going to do that one? No, just Costa Rica, New Zealand. I got Canada, Honduras tomorrow. Just like TFC. Is there a better game on that day? Probably. Who gets first dibs, though? TFC. Same with Canada. Same situation. Is Australia, Peru going to be a better game? Probably. In all intents and purposes? Probably. 11th minute. But and that's a throw-in for Panama. No, I'm an MLS fan, bro, from Puerto Rico. Okay. I'll predict it. I just said Canada gets the TFC treatment. Is it the best game of the day? Probably not. At least CONCACAF-wise, it probably is. But you have also Peru, Australia. But Canada gets dibs. Nice. But my prediction for Peru, Australia, 1-1. Australia wins on penalties. It's my prediction. I think Peru bottles it. I think Australia, they may not be the better team right now, but I think Peru bottles it. Just have a feeling. I mean, Peru barely beat New Zealand. So, ooh. 12th minute. I think Martinique's an Antilles, right? Maybe I should go to Martinique. I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. 12th minute. A wild Mr. Amazing appears. Imagine July 9th. I think Peru should win. They didn't use all their main players against New Zealand. Well, that makes sense. I just want to see Australia make the World Cup. I think I'm going my heart there instead of my head. Throw in for Panama, 13th minute. Imagine I was a Pokemon. And no. No, well, we won't make that joke. That's not. It's too early for that. The game's still 0-0. It's still 0-0. It's too early for that. 13th minute. Martinique going forward. I got Australia, Costa Rica for the World Cup. Me too. Do we have the same brain? I should go. At some point, hopefully I go to all these CONCACAF nations. Be fun. Especially the island ones. Oh, Panama plays back defensively. 15th minute. Guadeloupe, Barbados, 1-0 Guadeloupe. 0-0 Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands. I think that's the USVI. St. Lucia. Anguilla, 0-0. Martinique, Panama, 0-0. 4 games right now, geez. I guess other ones are League B and C. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. And here goes. Panama having a run here. This should be the move. Shot! Chip! Oh, past the post. It bounces past. But what a run there from Quintero. Alberto Quintero. I thought that would be a goal. I thought he had it. I thought that was about to be 1-0. Keeper was chipped. He was beat. Let's go Socceroos, vamos ticos. I agree. Plays forward. Panama defending. Martinique hasn't played as bad as I thought they would have. And Panama's definitely been sloppy, so that's definitely helped Martinique as well. Panama hasn't been as dominant as I expected, and Martinique hasn't been as bad as I expected. I know it's a home game, but when it's a team who was just barely missed the World Cup against a team who gets battered everywhere they go in the Gold Cup, you would think, and just got battered by that same team about 4 days ago, so to speak, you would think that it doesn't matter if it's a home game. But CONCACAF's weird like that. I mean, Martinique definitely hasn't gotten better because of the Nations League scheme. Grenada has. Suriname has. Jamaica's been good. Curacao. Martinique, on the other hand, no. Panama and Costa Rica are really the only really respectable Central American teams so far in the Nations League. Honduras is getting owned. And sadly enough, Panama and Costa Rica are in the same group here. Martinique has a run. They still have a chance here. Plays back, and the ball overrun. Shot! Save! Maya! Shot! Goal! 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 Offside! Offside! Oh, Martinique just scored. No way. Offside. That's a rebound. That's off the defender. How the hell? They just got robbed. That's a rebound. That doesn't. Martinique just got robbed. That was a goal. Huh. The rebound, I think, makes that a clean goal, but go ahead, right? CONCACAF. Oh, well, Martinique, you just got CONCACAF, and you've been playing pretty well. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Like, I understand the get out of jail free card. It's not the move. I didn't. So can Mexicans use the Central American referee excuse ever again now? Because the Mexican referee just basically said no offside to a Central American team and gave them a get out of jail free card. So either it's a one-sided rivalry where all the Central American nations hate Mexico, or that Central American referee thing is BS. And maybe CONCACAF referees are just shit. And everybody gets screwed, but it looks like Mexico, U.S., and Canada get screwed more because they played more games. I'm just saying. Like, I get feeling like you have a vendetta against you. I get it. I think it's just CONCACAF referees are shit. And pro referees. But honestly, the best ref game I ever saw in CONCACAF was Toronto, America, leg 2, Azteca, with that Uzbek crew from Asia when they did the referee swap. That was the best CONCACAF ref game I've ever seen. A CONCACAF crew refs that game, Toronto, America, second leg, Toronto gets screwed. And they get knocked out of the CCL. I guarantee you, they wouldn't even have made the final had a CONCACAF crew been there. Header. And we got CONCACAF right at the end. America got a equalizer in the game and a 4-2 tie. 4-2 for Toronto in the tie with a penalty right at the end of the match. And I think Toronto, I think it was an actual penalty, but just say that they give that plus some other bullshit with a CONCACAF crew. I think that Uzbek crew put us in the final. Or that's how we got to the final. Because Toronto played a good game. They still would have played a good game nonetheless. That Uzbek crew, though. I thank my lucky stars that happened. We still lost the final, but, you know. CONCACAF's weird, but we love our confederation. We love it, but I could still say the referees shit. I love the confederation. That's why I talk about it. But I could also say the referees are shit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, I like to say that pro referees have a vendetta against Toronto. We never get calls. And we got a good run of calls like earlier this season. So, of VAR. So, either we were regressing to the mean a little bit, or just when I'm pissed, I act like there's a vendetta against us. I could do that, but in the end, to me, pro referees and CONCACAF referees are one and the same. Sometimes I'm scratching my head. And Martinique has a chance here. Now that's one's offside, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Like, I honestly should become a referee. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Another great day in League B. It feels like this is a League B game as well. Yeah, League B is pretty enjoyable, though. I'm not going to lie. Maybe I should have touched on a couple of those. I honestly could have picked a League B game today, and it probably would have been better than Panama Martinique. It's still 0-0. It's not a bad game, but it definitely is a game that nobody's really checking for. Should help me, though, so, you know. I mean, that St. Kitts and Nevis versus St. Martin game looks pretty appetizing, you know. But then I'd have to pull up Paramount Plus, and I actually haven't done that at all this break. The only thing I streamed was the Canadian Championship 2020 final off of Sports or Buff Stream. I didn't have to pull up Paramount Plus at all this window because Finalissima was on FS1 FS1. All these CONCACAF Nations League games. Oh, wait, I did. All these CONCACAF Nations League games are on TUDNA. And the way I see it, I'd rather watch it on TV so I'm right on the moment instead of being a little bit behind. So if I could watch it on TV, I mean, USA Granada was also on ESPN, but I also forgot about that. I was like, yeah, TUDNA, just go with it. And then Canada didn't play Panama. I'm sure that would have had to have been Buff Stream. I think it said it would have been on FS2, but then it was like, oh, Moto America. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, when it came to the Canadian Championship, they had enough lead time to put that on FS2, same as the Canada-Panama game. They had enough lead time for that. But then the guide said, Moto America. I'm like, who the fuck wants to watch motocross over football? Like, on FS2, I'm sure more people will watch football than motocross. I know what I want to watch. Football. Canada. Toronto. I got to find a stream for that BS. At least the Toronto game. And then the Canada game didn't even happen, so. How about you throw the motocross on Fox Soccer Plus? I mean, hell, you show rugby on there. Maybe it could be like, we actually have a game that's worth a damn. We're still showing your show, but nobody probably wants to watch it anyway, as in the motocross. Fox makes some peculiar decisions. The college basketball one during CONCACAF League last year. Who the fuck cares about Marquette and who else was it? If it's college basketball, the only one I care about is Mississippi State, whether it's women's or men's. I only care about Sam Purcell's Mississippi State Lady Bulldogs or Chris Jans's Mississippi State Bulldogs, if that's what we're talking about college basketball. I couldn't give a crap less. Oh, and then Motagua versus Seattle, and then the Illinois game, right? The second leg. So, like 30 minutes of it are preempted because Illinois can't know how to finish a game on time. Thank you. Remember that fiasco, 904? Remember that fiasco? Luckily, I was just reviewing the game, and it was pretty much over by the time it popped back on. Then there was something called, I don't know, TUDNA. At least I had that for those minutes. Point is, Fox, get your shit together or give the rights to somebody else. I know Yahoo Sports was a pain in the ass, but tell you, be honest, it's better than you sometimes. Oh, yeah, remember when CONCACAF games were on Yahoo Sports? Remember that? I remember watching Toronto Independiente on Yahoo Sports app on my phone. I'm watching, it's like SmackDown's on the TV in front of me. My Nana's sitting behind me. I'm eating freaking hamburger, gravy, and rice. I'm watching Toronto on I have my phone propped up on that big Bible in my living room, and I'm watching Toronto Independiente, and shit went south quickly. I'll remember that from. The game, not anything else, just the game. But if you know about Toronto Independiente. That's a foul. That's a penalty. 28th minute, and it's a goal kick. What? All right. Back to it. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. I had to talk about that. If we can make an actual League A with CONMEBOL and call it America's Nations League, that would be awesome. That's a good idea, because I'm not hating on Curacao. I'm not hating on Suriname, but some of these nations, I mean, Suriname's proved their keep. Curacao has as well. But some of these, I'd rather see Peru. I'd rather see Venezuela against Canada. I'd rather see Bolivia. Like you have, or maybe you throw them in the group with them. Like it's a 4-team group. And you have or maybe it's like 2 CONMEBOL teams plus 2 CONCACAF teams per group. Or something like that. Or we expand League A so we could fit all 10 in, like 5 groups of 4. I mean, you could do that, actually. 4, 8, 12 plus 10, that's 22. 5, 10, 15, 20. 4 groups, no. 2 groups of 6 and 2 groups of 5. I'm not the best at math. It would take it longer, but then again, it kind of sucks that we basically have seen half of CONCACAF Nations League already. And then, like, the second half's within, like, 2 months in 2023. 30th minute, 0-0, Panama going forward. The Americas could compete against the Europeans if they combined. I agree. Where are the Jobber Atlas players in the selection? La Selección. They should be there. Tata doesn't watch Atlas. Everybody watches Atlas but Tata, as Mauricio Pedroza once said. Or no, that was actually, damn it, no, that was on MLS Today show. That was Alejandro Moreno. Sorry, that's who said it. Alejandro Moreno. They do kind of sound alike, though. Tata's the only one who doesn't watch Atlas. They should be like 6 of them. Like Aldo Rocha is better than Hector Herrera. Julio Furch, once he gets his citizenship, he should be there. I think Tata has said he would do that, but that's actually the first thing he's actually said that was smart. I mean, Chicharito's great, but Furch and Chicharito up top, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe Chicharito on the wing, that sounds like a good idea. Then you have Quiñones. I think, isn't Quiñones Mexican? This is just in Liga MX. Abela. Vargas is not Mexican, sadly. Vargas is the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF, but he's Colombian, I think. I think he's from South America. Vargas is from South America. Don't think he's Argentinian. He's either Colombian or Chilean, I think. If I remember correctly. Sadly enough. Best goalkeeper in CONCACAF, though. What if it's Liga MX All-Stars versus Costa Rican League All-Stars? Mexico would win, especially if they're bringing the team they're bringing this year to MLS. Cross in. Like, honestly, though, you could combine Cantera, the best Cantera players in Mexico and the best homegrown players in MLS and put them against Costa Rican All-Stars, and they'd still kick their ass 5-0. Make that the homegrown game. Like, actually full-grown Costa Rican All-Stars. Like, the big names. League All-Stars. They'd still beat them. 5-0. Like Johan Venegas and all that. Are you watching along tonight as well? That's what this is. Canada, Honduras is tomorrow. Costa Rica, New Zealand is on Tuesday. This was the only League A game today. I could have picked a game from League B. I don't think there's any other friendlies as well. Can Saprissa afford Gignac? No. No, they cannot. But then again, anything can happen because, well, Alianza was trying to go for Josie Altidore last year. They tried. So, I mean, maybe. It'd probably be most of their wage bill and they'd just be playing kids. I don't think that's a smart idea, but then again, Gignac can make some out of nothing. Like, he could do anything, so maybe that's the move. But no, Gignac said he's going to finish his career at Tigres anyway in like 3 years. When he turns like, what, 45? Allianz of El Salvador tried to get Josie last year. That was a rumor, a legitimate rumor. I touched on it on one of my streams. I think it was one of the U.S. games. Like, it was an actual rumor. Like, that shit could have happened. Like, it didn't happen, but it was possible. I was shocked. I was actually in favor of it. And this is when Achara had just came back. Io was hurt at that point, I think. Achara just came back. We were basically playing Achara at striker, which wasn't bad. I mean, Ifun Inyachi Achara is good. I like Ifun Inyachi Achara. We would have lost a couple more points without Josie because he did have that free kick against Montreal, which I guess that meant it was worth it to keep him. But, you know, which I guess it was worth it. I did not see that, but and people think Cavani's going to Toluca. That ain't a bad move, though. Seriously, it's also thought that Cavani could go to Toluca. Like, that's a rumor. Is it TUDNA talking shit? I'm not completely sure. TUDNA does love to make some rumors. They do love to stir the pot, that TUDNA Instagram account. Like, seriously, they do love to stir the pot. Okay, Martinique gets it forward. 0-0. Martinique hasn't played that bad. They actually had an offside goal. Panama hadn't even hit the back of the net yet. Martinique ain't looking that bad. Can Liga MX afford Cavani? Agree to Directivo could, yeah. I mean, Tigres has Florian Thauvin and Andre-Pierre Gignac. They can. They can afford Cavani, especially on a free because they don't have to pay United. He's on a free. They can afford him. I mean, they got Thauvin and Gignac. Tigres did. I mean, Toluca is a different situation, but hey, Ryan, how's the game going between Martinique and Panama? Dallas headed to Standard Liège starts tomorrow. We heard rumor that Leeds is interested in Tati. Your thoughts? It's a good move for Tati. For New York, on the other hand, oh boy. Talash Magno, at least jab him. No, there have been rumors. It's been written. It's been pretty public that Ronnie Dalla is going to Standard Liège, or they want him, but I guess he's going now. It's been pretty much. I don't think BK will lie anyway. Does Chris Armas return to MLS? No, he went to Leeds. He's going to be Jesse Marsh's second in command, his assistant coach, which was the best thing he's ever done. So if they could get anything just like Red Bulls, maybe he, I wouldn't say rehabilitates his image, but, you know, finds out a nice niche back with Jesse Marsh. We'll see, though. He's got to have some blackmail on somebody. He's gotta. Like, he's got to have some blackmail on all the Red Bull guys. Ranić, Marsh, he's got to. Ali, Curtis, he's got to have blackmail. That's the first thing. It's got to be. At this point, it's got to be blackmail because the dude's an idiot. He's soft serve. His brain is soft serve. Thinks he's a professor, but the dude is just, he's like Vasco Javier Aguirre. Don't disrespect Javier Aguirre like that. Chris Armas is a whole nother level of falling upward because somehow Javier Aguirre has accomplishments. The man won a CONCACAF Champions League. The biggest thing Chris Armas ever did was beat Club Leon with TFC2. And then proceeds to shit can, just drop the team down and nosedive them like a kamikaze in World War II. All right? Javier Aguirre's time has passed, I agree. But back in the day, he was good. Chris Armas was never good. He's been a fraud the whole time. And no, that Supporter Shield 2018 doesn't count. Jesse Marsh did half of the work, and then he bottled the playoffs. That shit don't count. That shit don't count. To me, it's the Leon TFC tie where he basically beat them with TFC 2 without even playing a game in Toronto and proceeded to nosedive the team. Nick Cushing should replace Ronnie, in my opinion. He probably will. Costa Rica, New Zealand will be interesting. I hope Costa Rica loses. I want Costa Rica to win. I mean, New Zealand or Costa Rica is both going to get embarrassed in their group, but I think Costa Rica has a better chance of at least being somewhat respectable. That's a foul. That's got to be a penalty. Nope. 39th minute, still 0-0. I agree. Back in the day, he was good and coached a powerful Mexican team. Or was that La Volpe? No, I think it was a powerful Monterrey team that Aguirre coached. Like the 3 in a row, Suazo, Aldo, that team. And then he won another one with a current Monterrey with Funes Mori just a year ago and then proceeded to nosedive them. But he's won like 4 CONCACAF Champions Leagues. I mean, that's not Chris Armas level. That's just he's getting old. Time for him to go to the old folks' home, Aguirre. But he has had his moments. Thoughts on Tyler Tillman? Who? You mean Malik for the USMNT? Or good move for both their careers. Yeah, Efrain Juarez is going to. Headed away by Martinique. Yeah, they're both going. You know, the one who just came from switched from Germany to the US, that Tillman, that guy. If that's what we're talking about, good player. Definitely a good move to choose the US as well, but he's a good player. He's got talent. He's got some good talent. I've never heard of a Tyler Tillman. We're either talking about Taylor Twellman or Malik Tillman. I've never heard of a Tyler Tillman. Somebody just got confused like a mug. or Tenor Tessman. That maybe we're talking about him. Hashtag got confused with 3 people. Voltron. A mixture of... No. Oh, his less known cousin. Okay. Yeah. I haven't seen him play. I'm not going to bullshit. I haven't seen him play. I haven't heard of him. I haven't seen him play. But if he's as talented as his cousin, he'll be good. I don't know if he is, though, because if he's lesser known, it's either because he's younger or he's just not as good. So there's either 2 reasons for that. Panama going forward. Could they actually score before the half? Cross into the box. Header! Actually, no. That's a hat flick. I'm going to look for that. 42nd minute. I think that's a hat flick. Jesus, that's a horrible... Oh, no, okay. It went off the foot of a defender. I thought it was just a trash header. It missed his head. I thought it was a hat flick. Player you hate. Jefferson Soteldo. I saw a TikTok a couple of weeks ago where somebody said, who would you wake up at 5 a.m. to slander on national TV? And I was about to stitch it and say Jefferson Soteldo. I didn't, but I should have. Like, I'll get in a damn suit and go on First Things First or First Take or Undisputed and frickin' slander Soteldo straight up. That Barney Rubble looking motherfucker. Punk. Most likely, but that's probably what's going to happen. I'm prepared. When Toronto plays Tigres, Soteldo's going to make us look like idiots for swapping him for Salcedo, and he's going to make Salcedo look like a baby. Yeah, I know. I'm prepared. This is normally how this shit goes. But for now, he's a punk who never really cared. Who was like the anti-Joe Plata. You know, like the anti-fairies from Fairly Odd Parents? Like, that was Soteldo to Joe Plata. I know how this goes. You don't have to remind me, Jesus. I know how this goes with TFC and former players. Worst MLS coach. Right now, I think all the MLS coaches are pretty good. I mean, right now, worst coach Peter Vermees. I mean, he has a long history. Won't make stream. I'm tired. It's all good. Right now, Vermees. He's finished. Right now, it's Vermees. Armas is not an MLS, so I can't just pin this one on him. Vermees. Right now, Vermees is finished. He's finished. He's finished. He's done. Shot! Cleared. The 44th minute. He's finished. Yeah, I know how good he is with Tigres. That's how I know he'll make Toronto pay. Even if it wasn't a normal thing. 2-1 Costa Rica. Most arrogant player in MLS and worldwide. Most arrogant player in MLS. For me, I would say Douglas Costa. Yeah. Worldwide, Jefferson Soteldo. That guy's a jerk. He is an arrogant piece of shit. I will stand on that. I wish he stayed in Toronto because, you know, he would be the most arrogant player in MLS. But you know what? No, he's arrogant. He's a punk. You don't smile at the end of a cup final when your team loses because you know you're leaving at the end of the season. You know you're probably out. Yeah, you wasted a year. Don't show it, you punk. I'm going to smile against your biggest rivals. Boy, I'd like to kick you in the teeth. That's disrespectful. Mehdi Belushi and Nick Cushings are two assistants for our team, so either two could be the interim head coach. South American player you would wish MLS would sign. I want Lucas Hansen back in Toronto. Lucas Hansen. I want him back in Toronto. I know he may not be a big name in South America. I just want Lucas Hansen back because I'm the dumbass who always becomes a big fan of the lone players. Throw in for Martinique. So yeah, I want to see him back. Probably never will come back. I just love to see him come back. What if New Zealand gets the power level of Mexico in that one match? It's football. That could happen. What happened to Barrel Schelotto? LA Galaxy railroaded him. Klein basically used him as the scapegoat, and they had a chance to get Greg Vanney. So what did they do? They railroaded Barrel Schelotto because they love football, because they have a very good grassroots football. Jesus with a $5 chilling. Yes, that's what we're doing pretty much because it's a 0-0 Martinique Panama game. That's what we're doing. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Big ups, Jesus. And that's halftime. 0-0. 0-0. Martinique actually hadn't been that bad. Panama hadn't been great either. We'll talk about it at the half. 0-0. 0-0. Big ups to Jesus. Big ups. 0-0 at halftime. Super chat. We'll take a short break. I'll be back. Boring match. I think this is more entertaining than the match. I agree. I mean, Martinique hadn't been bad, but we'll touch on that once I get back. Sit tight. half. Stats the half. Boring match. Central American player you would like to see in MLS. Well, we got Kervin Arriaga, so in Minnesota. Luis Vega, who played for Marathon back in the 2020 CONCACAF League. I think he plays for Motagua now. I'm not completely sure. I think he got sold after the 2021 CONCACAF Champions League. I would like to see him in MLS with Toronto. We need actual outside backs, and honestly, a Central American would be better than a makeshift one. Crescito and Luis Vega. Oh, bottom of the barrel. We got problems, but worth a shot. It's cheap. Young and cheap. It could be worth it. Yeah. That works for me. Maybe Jose Contreras of Comunicaciones. I know he's old as sin, but be nice to see him in MLS. Yeah, that's the point. Central America is not producing much talent due to a lack of money. That's kind of the thing. Caribbean actually is kind of producing more talent right now, whether it's the ringers they bring in that are dual nationals off of diasporas or just what they promote there because they play with those players. Central America, on the other hand, though, they don't have those diasporas. They have to pick from their local countries. And they have some good players, but normally those players flame out. You don't really see those players succeed. Like, you look at the sub-20 rosters from like 6 years ago, and you're like, oh, I see Daniel Maldonado, or like he was a sub-20 back in the day for Honduras. I just saw this, of course, on CONCACAF's channel. He's on the main team now, but on YouTube, they were posting goals from sub-20 championship, and one of them was Daniel Maldonado. He succeeded, but you look at some of these sub-20 rosters from like past CONCACAF sub-20 championships, and you look, some of these players haven't performed. Like, of course, 2 years ago is not really some you could really bet on, but like 8 years ago, you could look at it and be like, some of these players, it's about the situation. You can be great at youth level, but when you get older, maybe they fall apart. It gets to their head. MLS. I'd rather play in MLS. I'm not a Euro snob anyway. I think if you look at Richie Larea, this is the perfect case. This is actually pretty early. You think Ilias would be here, but for me, you look at Richie Larea, this is the perfect case. He only really started to get playing time for Nottingham Forest when they really wrapped up the playoffs, like that last month of the season. And he didn't play at all in the playoffs. And he's a damn good player, and he deserves better. He would have been playing every damn game for Toronto, but he took the $1 million paycheck fee from... Or no, he could have got $1 million from TFC, but he took more, which I think it was, what, $7 million from Forest. And I get it. He wants to put his career forward. He wanted to bet on himself, and it is more money. I get it. But they did not treat him right. They did not treat Richie right. They still aren't. And I know now that they're going to the Premier League, unless they somehow don't keep Jed Spence, Richie Larea ain't going to see no damn game. Hell, and probably even EFL Cup, he's not going to see a game. I would rather him be loaned back to Toronto. Again, we have outside back problems because we basically shit-canned them all and are just replacing them. But Richie was never the problem. He chose to move on, and he made a semi-bad decision. Like, I get why he did it. It was his wish. I get it. But it's not like the Aldo thing where it was stupid as shit to get rid of him, but maybe he was on Soteldo's side. But he loved Canada, and he's not settled well at Santos. We could have kept Aldo. Well, I mean, Eric Zavaleta, I don't know how the dude is Salvadoran, frankly. His father, I guess, is Salvadoran. I guess he got most. That dude is straight. I was shocked when I found out Eric Zavaleta had Salvadoran heritage. Is it his grandfather? Like, that dude looks white. That dude is white. He's as white as me. All right? I mean, good for him. He found a national team that will play him, but that dude's white. Either he got a lot of his mother's genetics if his father is El Salvadoran or his father didn't get enough of the Salvadoran genetics or whatever. I don't know. I got to check on that. Is Zavaleta sticks out like a sore thumb? It's like, he's Salvadoran? I mean, I'm happy for him. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's nice to play for a national team if you have a chance to. I mean, it is what he's not a bad guy. He's not a great footballer club-wise, but for some reason he's good national-wise. I don't know it. I don't get it. But he's a good guy. Would you play in Saudi Arabia or China in your prime if you were making 10 times the salary? That's another stupid decision. I mean, China's falling apart. Saudi Arabia, not really, but China's falling apart. Like, that powder keg is burst, really. But me, no. I would rather play in MLS and be a DP and do what Zlatan and Shaqiri and Insigne did if I had to choose. I'd rather play MLS in my prime. Let me do this, then I'll get the stats. Hello, Ryan. Greetings from Brazil. Say hello to the Corinthians fans there. Thank you. Hello, Corinthians fans in Brazil. Saludos, Brazil. Obrigado. God. Brazilian kid playing in China for like 30 mil a year. Aren't you talking about Oscar from Chelsea? Didn't Haiti destroy Martinique? I think so. With that being said, stats at the half. 2 shots to 2, 1 on target to 1 on target, 4 steals to 9. 4 steals to 9, 7 fouls to 5, 58% possession or 38% possession to 62% possession, 1 offside to 1, 2 corners to 1, 130 correct passes to 296, 42 incorrect passes to 13, 172 passes to 308, 76% pass accuracy to 96% pass accuracy. Cards, no cards on either side, red or yellow. Greetings to you. Yeah. He said he set up his family, so. What's going on? Yeah, he said he set up his family pretty much well, so, I mean, I can't blame him. But he pissed away a career for money, but the way he grew up, after I heard that, I kind of understood it. Thank you, friends. No problem. What up, Rebel? For me, I don't think Martinique's played very bad. I think they've actually played pretty well. They should be up 1-0 right now because that rebound on that offside goal was a rebound. It was a... The referees really missed that one. It should be 1-0 Martinique right now, but Martinique is playing pretty damn well, and Panama is playing pretty sloppily. Panama has not looked as good as I expected them to look. I expected a 4-0 win. It's still 0-0. And Martinique should arguably be up 1-0. All rights and purposes or whatever should be up 1-0 right now. Let's see if it stays the same this halfway. Yep. I feel like that question's a trap. I feel like that question's a trap. I'm not going to answer it. Yeah, 25 million plus per year. That's before the China powder keg blew up. I don't know how to answer. And they're back out for the second half. And Panama's going to make a sub here. Number 21 for 14. Rolando Blackburn to 21. Is that Abdel Ayarza? It's 0-0. I mean, he is, but he did it for his family, so I get it. I mean, he set up his family for 3 generations. I get it, frankly. I get it. About to kick off the second half. Martinique to kick off. Tata win all his games. Tata shows the Mexican he can be qualified for the role of manager. You agree? I do agree, but he's not winning all of his games from here on out. From here to December, he's not. I mean, you're basically saying, hey, let's hope they win the World Cup. You're basically saying he has to win the World Cup to prove he's qualified for the role of manager. It's not going to happen. That's more of a wish than me. Okay, no, that's actually interesting. See, thank you for answering it, Manny, in a better way than I knew, because I really didn't know. Blackburn for Yanis. Yanis is home from Blackburn. But yeah. So it's slavery was illegal in Mexico and the U.S., and Mexico went to war because U.S. wanted to have slaves in Mexico, and I guess slavery was legal in the Central American nations. So, of course. Well, I never knew that. I did not learn that in history classes. I guess probably. See, that's why I say, I don't know, Winvo isn't here, but that's why I reposted on TikTok a Andrew Tate video basically saying he ain't sending his kids to school. He's going to homeschool them. I agree, because I don't think schools are worth a damn. My future kids, preferably I'd want to homeschool them. I understand the social aspect may hurt, but you could find other ways to socialize. Going to the park, doing a martial art. Well, yeah, that's my problem. I think college is a waste unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, a doctor, an educator, and I don't want to be any of those things. So I also think college is a scam unless you take one of those three. Andrew Tate, that guy is a nut. Didn't the Spanish Empire rule Mexico? I think they did. Anyway, here's the world around the world CONCACAF Nations League. Look at the comments on top. Yes, I need to touch on that. Hold on. I missed that. St. Lucia 1-0 Anguilla halftime. Guadeloupe 2-0 Barbados halftime. Puerto Rico, British Virgin Islands 4-0 halftime. I mean, I think Tate he may be abrasive, but the dude, he doesn't take an L. The dude don't take L's. Now, you don't have to buy his damn courses. He basically gives it all away for free if you actually listen. But if you actually listen, he gives it all away for free. You really don't have to buy his courses. But that's the problem. Listen. Chris Armas will... Nah, I'll drop kick him in the shin. You don't mess with the top. You don't mess with Mr. Amazing. You don't mess with Mr. Amazing. Bro, I'm Mexican and we're learning about the Mayas Aztecs and I didn't write any notes. We were going to have a test and I know all about it. My teacher said he's surprised I'm not taking any notes. Hey, if you know, you know. Prove it to him on the test. Get 100. And then say, hey, you surprised about that? I bet you're surprised about that. Try to do it in a more respectful way, but, just needle it. Be like, surprised? Surprised now? Something like that. Rebel used the notepad. Sometimes, if you know, you know. You ain't gotta. With that being said. Out of North America, who's faced the worst Caribbean team? USA. Suriname was worth a damn. Mexico should have been better, but they weren't. And Canada, Curacao actually had an okay performance. And they played well against Honduras as well. Grenada had nothing. Grenada was just there. Exactly. Good way to do that. Football doesn't work out, you're an engineer, but that's also another way. Another useful way. to get education. Normally, it's more of a trade school thing, but I guess in Mexico, it's also a university thing. So, 50th minute. Boom. Panama going forward, still 0-0. No, the USA had the worst Caribbean team out of all three. I admitted that. Grenada had another one, another $5. Let's go, Jesus. You're just throwing out fives like it's a bada bang. And I didn't even have to take my top off. That joke did not pan out. That joke did not pan out well. Big ups to Jesus. Martinique breaking away. They have a chance here. They're still going. That's got to be. Nope, goal kick. I thought that may have been a foul. What's up, Ilias? You're lucky I got a new fade. That's nice. It's nice. And the hairline looks as boom. You love it. You love it. What's up, fella? Not much. I was just talking about you at halftime, talking about if I was a player, would I rather play in MLS or the championship at a younger age, or being young player? And I was like, I used Richie Larea as an example. It's been good. Ate some Taco Bell. Woke up pretty early compared to normal because of this match, and we've had a good day. Haircut was yesterday, but also had a good day there. But I was basically saying that I think Richie Larea made a mistake because he's a good player, but he only played like that last month of the season with Forest. But he would have played every game with Toronto. He chose to go. He chose to go to Forest, and he thought that would be better for his career, but I think he made a mistake. And I think he definitely should be loaned back, but the TFC, now that Forest is in the Prem, because I don't think he gets get in the team, even for EFL Cup matches, but, But I did name drop you back at halftime. I'm talking about the Richie situation. I expected more, I think. But British Virgin Islands stinks and are trash. Puerto Rico's literally smashing them 6-0 in the second half. Oh, my Lord. Not old. I ate a lot today. Wingstop and pizza. Like, was it one of those connected Pizza Hut and Wingstops, or did you just eat both? Went to Taco Bell. They were all out of Mexican pizza. I didn't get Mexican pizza. I got 3 tacos. 3 tacos and nachos Bel Grande. Mild sauce with the tacos. Cheese, meat, and lettuce, but it was all good. Jed Spence won't come back to Forest. He's going to Spurs. But does Richie get a chance out of that? Wingstop and pizza later. I mean, I hope he does. I think he deserves it, but we'll see what happens. I know about Aztec gods and symbols of the Aztec calendar. The lake they were built the capital. It's Lake Texcoco. If you were my teacher and I say that, what would you do? I'd be like, proud of you. I'd be like, good job. I'd be like, good job. No, I did have a history teacher when I was in high school that I'm sure if I had that type of knowledge about a topic. I mean, I knew abstract-wise about the topics, but if I knew like that deep like you did for the Aztecs, probably been like, how about you teach the class one day or make a PowerPoint? I don't know if you have a teacher as cool as that, but if it was me, maybe I would do that. I don't know my demand. Depends on what Larea does in preseason. I hope he does well. I'll be watching, but I hope he does well. I'm bringing destruction today. Wingstop pizza and maybe a burger later. Better be your cheat day. It better be your cheat day or you're either bulking. Either way. To be honest, when it comes to food, to me, there's no such thing as clean eating. Clean eating is for people that just don't understand, right? You get your calories the way you need to get your calories. Besides, I'm bulking anyway, but even if I was cutting, I'll get more protein, of course, but, cleared away by Martinique, 56 minute. But clean eating, I'm not saying I don't have the, what is it called, discipline to clean eat, but it is what it is. The Aztecas made pozole out of human, but now pork is used because it tastes closest to human. Never had tacos before. What it's like. Tortilla, hard tortilla, shell, meat, cheese, and lettuce. I've had them so much I don't even know how to explain. Like, it's pretty much an open-faced patty with lettuce and cheese, but Mexican style, pretty much. What is the best place to eat in St. Louis? Morton Steakhouse, 1818 Chop House. Cheddar's in St. Clair. O'Fallon was actually pretty good. That was actually a good place. I liked it. Pretty good chicken fried steak there. I'm not saying Nemo's Pizza. That place is horrible. Of course, you have your normal chains. Drunken Fish, Japanese restaurant, as well as Shogun, close to where I live. A Melting Pot, Gauchos, Argentine Steakhouse, ball crossed in, shot, saved by Martinique. Are tacos and sandwiches cousins? I mean, I guess so, but they're closer to sandwiches than hot dogs are. No, a hot dog's not a damn sandwich. There isn't a lot of halal Mexican spots in the UK. I don't think tacos are halal. Like, they're beef, but I don't really know. Is it the lettuce? Is it the... Why did the Rams move to LA and not stay at St. Louis? Stan Kroenke's a bitch. Stan Kroenke had bought a giant plot of land at LA because he wanted the Rams to suck. Isn't it crazy that the year after the Rams moved to LA, the second season, they got good again? Well, I'm from Mississippi, so chicken fried steak. Of course I do. But with that being said, he basically tanked the Rams to move them to LA. Jesus avocado. Okay, makes sense. I'm not completely sure about that. I'm not Muslim. I hate Kroenke as an Arsenal fan, and we hate Kroenke around here as well. I'm not even a Rams fan or Arsenal fan, but I hate Kroenke's guts. So, don't worry, I'm behind you there. Fuck Stan Kroenke. Punk. And oh no, I did not want the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Thank you very much. Now, if they played Kansas City, I would have wanted them to win. But because I hate Mahomes just as well. But, that's going to be a freaking meme. That one's going to be clipped like a motherfucker if that happens. I heard they took a lot of money of the Arsenal transfer budget to build SoFi Stadium. That's what Kroenke does. That's what Kroenke does. 60th minute, 0-0. Another shrimp on the bobby with a horrible Australian accent. And then, then they had the war chest, and they had to pay off the Emirates before they had an actual transfer budget. And that's the thing that pisses me off about them running Arsene Wenger out of town. He made it work. He made it. going to do a live stream for the 2026 World Cup venue announcements on Thursday. I'll think about it. I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying yes. I'll think about it. That's actually maybe a good idea because it's down the middle of the week. Maybe I will. I don't know if it's going to be like a live stream, like they're going to live stream the announcements, or if it's going to, like, it has to be a TV event as well. If they do that, though, I'll look into it. It's like live streaming a draw, but okay. Is Real Madrid the greatest club in history? Yeah, I would say they're up there, yeah. 60th minute. Looks like they're going to make some subs. Panama making a sub here, probably for injury. But for me, I don't think Arsenal fans should have ran Wenger out of town. I think looking back on it, they should have ran him out. I think that was horrible. That was a bad situation because he made Arsenal stay afloat in those years where they barely got any transfer. Prediction for the playoff game tonight. Who's winning? It's still 0-0. What playoff game? Oh, wait. You're talking about... Oh, right. It's... You're that much ahead. Sorry. The Australia-Peru game. Yep. I was like, wait a second. What play? Time zones. Got it. Australia-Peru, I got 1-1. Australia wins in penalties. 4-3. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, it is Monday, so like we got it like at 1 p.m. and yeah. I was like, wait a second. I had to think for a second. Like the gears had to turn. I'm like, wait. But I got Australia on penalties. 1-1 over regular time. And I guess extra time, and Australia on penalties. Probably go on my heart more my head there, but I think it goes all the way. Now Costa Rica and New Zealand, on the other hand, 2-1 Costa Rica. 62nd minute. Panama don't look great right now. But for me, Australia wins on pens. 2 subs for Panama. There'll be Quintero off. Quintero is coming off. And Martinique also make a sub here. I think, yeah, we all do. Sub for Martinique. Apine off. Quintero off for Ismael Diaz for Panama. We'll get to that. Apine off for Ciro Manduki for Martinique. And then we got 13 and 3. Or 3 for 13. Miller off for Giovanni Ramos. Let me read this. Why did troops and DT run Arsene Wenger out of town? What exactly did he do to make the fans of Arsenal so mad? To be honest, I think he still should have been coach of Arsenal. To be honest, like Coach Popovich. What happened was they dropped. They thought that those years that they were the Invincibles and champions, that's what they grew up with. And those teams with Henry and Pires and all those guys. And then the later years, Wenger was getting older, and they were basically like, he's losing the plot. But really, the players got worse around him, and he still carried them to 4th, 3rd, and 4th. Shot off the bar! Barely save! Be a goal kick. 64th minute. But I think it's because basically they thought he was losing the plot when the teams got worse and worse, but he was carrying them. As you can see, they haven't been 4th since he left. I mean, they were 5th in his last year, but Emery never took him to 4th. And Arteta's been 8th. He was 8th, and then they were 5th, which is better. They are growing, but it took a while for them to. And then they've been pissed off ever since Arsene left because it's been worse. And then the process happened, and then Troops was Arteta out for a little bit, and then Arteta almost got them to fourth, and now they're in the Europa League again, and they're back closer to where they used to be. And yes, the process is working for Arsenal, but Wenger was still carrying them up till he left. It was him. The players sucked. Arsenal barely spent. Sad to hear. That's sad to hear because he totally went full beta, and it was absolutely provable. Like, it was all there. Just the famous being famous, eh? Cueva, Aquino, Flores, Yoshi, Otun, Santi Maria, Tapia, Farfan, Carrillo, Galese are all the Premier League players, Peru players I know. That actually could probably happen. Last time Arsenal were in the Champions League, I was in high school. Now I graduated long time. Shit. Graduated 2 years before me? 17? Because 2018 they were in Europa, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 2021. They weren't even in Europe this year. They'll be Europa. So 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. You graduated 2 years before me. Holy shit, that's a long time ago. I'm not in the mood to destroy Outlast today. Shit, time flies. Shit, time flies. It's only been 3 years since I graduated. Ah, yeah. Wow. '68th minute. Hell, that Arsenal-Chelsea final was like a week before I graduated high school. Baku! Which was the second year they were in Europa League, and I'm sorry to bring it up, but I had to. 68th minute. You're the same age as me. I started here. Well, damn. Last time Arsenal was in the Champions League, I was in when I was in middle school. Now I graduated. Fuck, time flies. Arsenal and Man U have transformed into flops. That's a cycle of football. At least they haven't dropped out of the Premier League. But it seems like Arteta's bringing Arsenal back to a level that at least they had at the later years of Wenger, which I guess they'll be happy with that. And Ten Hag with United, we'll see. 69th minute. Finished college as well. Shit. Cross in, shot, cleared. It'll be 69th minute, still 0-0. Capybara. That one of those. Or not Chupacabra. Okay, yeah. Capybara is actually a real animal. Chupacabra is the one who's. Yeah. Oh, hell. Martinique's going to make a sub. What's your major, Ryan? I've said before that if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, an educator, university is a waste of time. Oh, you said Ilias. No. Contreras, bro. 32 is still young, my friend. Then fight CCL 23. He's not here. Are you actually trying to say Jesus should actually give him the smoke in real life? But I forgot he said. Mechanical engineering. Okay, no, that's actually useful. That could also be trade school, but I guess in a different side of the world, maybe it is just college. There's no trade schools. So normally to me, engineering is a trade school, but I guess in this side of the world it is, or at least America and Canada, it's trade school. Maybe in college, it's just the one and the same over there. And I guess in Mexico as well. Time will always pass. That's life. That's life. That's what people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. I know I'm gonna change that too when I'm back on top in June. Chihuahuas or pugs? Neither. Carrasquilla's coming on for Panama for Martinez. Now, I know that haircut anywhere. I don't need no name on his jersey. I know the haircut anywhere. Carrasquilla, 71st minute. Forgive me, I meant to say her out last. To be honest, I don't like Arsenal, honestly. Me either. Chihuahuas or pugs? Neither. I mean, Chihuahuas are freaking the devil incarnate, but pugs aren't. No. They're not bad. It's just the look. It's just. No. It's like their noses got too scrunched compared to what, like Boston Terriers and French Bulldogs are. Like it's like their noses were like way too scrunched. It's just, for me, I'd say Pit Bull or Husky. I'll show no mercy to any Atlas fan. What's with his hair? He's got nice hair. Show me what you got. '73rd minute. Thierry Henry has been shortlisted for the Egyptian managerial job, according to reports in Egypt. Oh, fuck. That's stupid. Thierry Henry, we figured out that he's a shit manager, okay? He thinks he needs to train players like they're the level he is. They're not. Did you not see that video where he was coaching the Montreal players and he was like, Shamit, can you pass it one touch? Then why don't you do it? Like, he was basically holding him to the standards he held himself to. It didn't work out. Like, that's a good video, don't get me wrong, but you should know those players aren't that great. There's an Atlas fan who wants putazos. I just don't think so. Cecilio Waterman off for Gabriel Torres, 74th minute. It's still 0-0. CCL 2023. I mean, for me, it makes no sense. He can't. The Monaco players weren't on his level. He's a good assistant coach, but he just keeps learning from Roberto Martinez. But I don't think he's ever going to take away that fact that Thierry Henry, in his mind, thinks all players are at his level. Like, maybe he'll work out at a big club, but Egyptian football is not a big club. It's like Montreal, Monaco level. Mo Salah's great. So don't collect the Atlas jersey. That's on the no-fly list, just like Montreal and LAFC. Got it. But I'll still get a Chivas jersey at some point. I don't... Honestly, though, Egypt are trashed out Mo Salah. They lost to Ethiopia 2-0. FYI, feature reference. I get it. America, they're not on the no-fly list. Martinique still has a chance here. They actually have a chance here. 75th minute. And it's cleared by Panama. I can be Egypt manager. Anybody could. Henry would really be a shit manager for France and any club otherwise. No, France may actually work, ironically enough. As I said, those players are on his level. The French players are on his level. Ironically enough, that may work. I'm just saying he's been coaching teams that are not at the level of the player that he was. Some point. It's on the list, the recent list. I think Henry could coach Mexico better. No, he won't. Tata may suck. Oh, that's got to be a penalty. Foul the other way, goal kick. Jeez, this referee sucks. No. I could coach Mexico better, but Thierry Henry could not. Now, I wouldn't coach Mexico, but, I mean, I probably could. But. At least I could be at the level of like a Jill Ellis, where all I'd have to do is be like, put out the right team and roll the ball out, which is all you really would have to do. But I think Henry is way too hands-on. Like, I know who the players that actually deserve to play for El Tri are, and I would roll the ball out and be like, here's my 11. Here you go. I don't think you have to do much. Martinique. Shot. Oh, past the post. Qatar will compete in Gold Cup 23. Will they use their A or B squad? I don't know if there's an Asian Cup at the same time, but it depends. Is there an Asian Cup at the same time as Gold Cup? Because if there's not, they'll use the A squad, but I think they probably send the A squad to Asian Cup if there's both. Maybe CONCACAF paid them enough to send their A squad to Gold Cup. Huge jobber match. Rip Panama. Like, I'm surprised at Martinique playing this well. At this point, I want them to hold the draw. That'd be interesting. Or win in general. Martinique going forward has a chance. They have a chance still. Cross past the post. Corner kick. Martinique's putting on some late pressure. With 12 minutes to go, this referee sucks. But Panama is on the ropes. Martinique's delivering the rope-a-dope like they're Mike Tyson. Oh boy. 78th minute. We got a corner kick. Martinique. No, I want Martinique to win this damn match at this point. That'd be hilarious. Cross in. Save. Rolled forward for Panama. You got 12 minutes. Hold on. Or at least to hold the draw. But here's a run. Can they cross? Onside. Cleared. They are playing like France, but they are a dominion of France. So Deschamps, who? Chivas Champs 2023 will destroy Ratlas. What are the weakest and strongest teams in the World Cup? Rank them. My top 5 weakest teams. Saudi Arabia. Tunisia. Cameroon. Costa Rica / New Zealand. And Wales. My top 5 strongest teams. Brazil. Argentina. Spain. Germany. And Portugal. Anelka's from Martinique. It's literally like a chess game. Yeah, 13 is greater than 3. What? Martinique going forward. 80th minute. This is what happens when 2 jobber teams face each other. I mean, Martinique is a jobber. Panama is like a mid-carder, but they are playing like a jobber right now. They're losing their push, and they only had a U.S. title push. so to speak. 80th minute, so to speak. Free kick, 80th minute, 10 minutes plus stoppage time. 2 subs for Martinique. Number 4 for 7, that is Michelet, off in the 80th minute. I'm shocked. Oh, no, that's actually 3. 10 for 5. Michelet for Panama. Biron off for Cavallon. $19 for 2. That is Harel off for Vitulin. In the 81st minute, they've made their 3 subs. Quick geography question. Which country has the longest border with France? Spain. Yeah, I think that's right. Spain. What if for the rest of the match, Martinique got the power level of Mexico when they would win? Cross in. That's out for a corner for the Panamanians. I think it is Spain. I agree. I'll go with Dr. Negative on that. I'm going to use my peak. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? I'm going to use my peak, and I'm going to go with Spain. It's Brazil. Huh? Explain to me how that... Well, that's, I guess it must be an island that they have, or a country. Dominion must be then. But is that really technically? 82nd minute, goal kick. French Guinea is a part of France which borders Brazil. Okay. French Guiana. Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. And French Guiana is also in CONCACAF. I'm an idiot. 83rd minute. The more you know. 83rd minute. The more you know. How did I miss that? Yep, they're in CONCACAF. League B. Neighbors with Suriname. 8303. Makes sense, yeah. I did not think of that. Corner for Panama here. 84th minute. Ball crossed in. Headed away. Martinique can go forward. Do they have a run? Nope, that'll be a goal kick. Or the goalie can play forward. Gets to the midfield. Carrasquilla plays up. Header. I honestly don't think Panama played well today. Martinique probably played their best game I've ever seen them play. 84th minute. Please God, at least one jobber goal. From who? At this point, I want it to be Martinique. Refs robbed them of 3 points, to be honest. '85th minute. I cannot believe this game is going the way it is. Anyone. Come on, Martinique. They should be up 1-0 already anyway. Come on. Come on. Have a chance here. Ball played forward. No, just still running. Versus Carrasquilla, they play the ball forward. Sideways, more likely, but they're still running. That's a foul, but okay. Forward for Panama. They have 5 minutes. Mexico versus Jamaica prediction. 2-1 Jamaica. 2-1 for the Reggae Boys. 2-1 for the Reggae Boys. I'm going to say it now. Jamaica wins 2-1. Cross in. This sucks. I don't disagree. England are first in the UEFA rankings and Italy are third, but how now Italy are 76.902 and they need 29.739 for the first rankings. Come on, Italy, how on earth? They're not good right now. How did Julian Araujo do yesterday? He did okay. He did okay. He was one of the better players for Mexico in that game, and they weren't really that dominant, but he did pretty well. I thought he was pretty good. Mexico will win even with a jobber win. Didn't you say that you wouldn't be shocked if Mexico lost to Jamaica yesterday? I could have sworn you said that. Hey, the Yankees are the best team right now. They're hot. They deserve it. I'm not happy with it, but the Blue Jays are right behind them, and maybe they'll catch up at some point. But the Yankees are the best team right now. They're the hottest team. I claim fluke. Yeah, you're going to claim a fluke when you lose. Probably. He should. He should. I think he deserves it. I don't know if Pinche Tata will put him on there, but he should be on there. He should. If it was me, I'd put Araujo on the roster for El Tri for the World Cup, but I'm not Pinche Tata. I don't make the decisions. I'm not El Gordo. I don't make the decisions. Free kick. So, but if it was my decision, yes, he would be there. I think he should be. This match should be nuked. It's almost over, Yeezus. It's almost over. It's close. It's almost over, but it's almost over. Thank God it was this early, though. I'd hate to be up till like 11 and then having to make a review on this, like, and barely having any time to do anything. I could just freaking chill after this. Happy. Luckily, this one was earlier. I'm happy it was. Thoughts on the Italy national team for qualifying for the World Cup 2026? I think they will. I think the youth will come through. I think Mancini will get this youth through, and it'll actually work out for this time. So they did. I do think Italy will qualify. I do think they will for 2026. I will support that they do. It's a 48-team tournament. They better qualify anyway. Should be easy. If UEFA qualifying is already this easy, they'll make it. Foul. Player down. There'll be a free kick for Panama. Red card. A red card for Martinique. Red card. 89th minute. That's a red. Yep, that's a red. He stomped on his ankle. That's a red, straight up. Costa Rica has nothing going into the repechage. Do you think Holland will ever play in a World Cup? I think he will. I think Norway will make 2026 and beyond. I think Holland will be at a World Cup. I'm sure of it. Cavallani of Martinique has gotten a red card with a minute plus stoppage time to go. He's done. Can Martinique hold on? He stomped on the ankle of Carrasquilla. Studs up. That's idiotic. He stamped on him. That's idiotic. That's idiotic. Why would you do that? I would basically, especially if Martinique loses now, if I was the coach, I'd hairdryer treatment that dude in the locker room after the match. I'd cuss him out. Because you don't do that. He didn't even try to have a clean tackle. He just stomped on him, studs up in the back of his ankle. That's a red card straight up. I'm not even feeling sorry for that. That's a red card straight up. We'll be into the 90th minute once he gets off and restart play. Free kick for Panama, and they're up a man. Straight up. Yep. I'd cuss the dude. I could not. And they've made their 5 subs. They've made their 5 subs. So they're stuck with what they got. 90th minute. I think he was nervous. Very unacceptable. What? Cussing the player? The fact he did that. I think it's the fact he did that. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can Martinique hold out? Can Martinique hold out for 3 minutes and get the draw? Save. Is that a hat flick, though? If Panama ends up winning, I think so. I'm not going to harp on it if Martinique holds the draw. They've got 2.5 minutes to do that. But if they lose, that's a hat flick. No. She's got a horrible personality. She ain't that good looking anyway. And even if she was, her personality would make her freaking radioactive. No. If Amber Heard ever somehow gets remarried, it's going to be a simp who's found with his life being destroyed. The man would be a freaking idiot. Get the freaking contract done. Get the contract done. Give the players what they want. That's what I would say. Pass. I'd rather smash a chick who has every disease in the book knowingly than Amber Heard. I guess he was just a tronco then. And that's facts. And I think everybody would agree with that. Hand over heart. You asked, you got your answer. $30 seconds to go. I would rather willingly give myself every STD in the book than smash Amber Heard. That seems more fun. That's you. You have a little bit to learn. I prescribe you Rollo Tomasi and Donovan Sharp and all those guys. You have a little bit to learn. 93rd minute, throw in for Martinique. This should be it. And that's full time. Martinique, hold on. It's full time. Martinique, hold on. 0-0, settle. Martinique, hold on. With down a man, 3 minutes, but they held on. They got it done. Again, that's you. But wearing the Atlas jersey wouldn't ruin your life. Or have the chance to. You may feel bad about it, but at least it won't ruin your life. With that being said, thank you for watching this stream. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Iran finally played a friendly today, but lost 2-1 to Algeria a few hours. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Hit that big red bell notification. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. Review will be out within the hour. I'll see you then. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. This was more fun than the game. See ya.